two, one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Delusions of Grandeur. I am one of your hosts, but today we are going on about a film that our good friend Crow has decided to subject us to. It is none other than Mel Brooks' 1987 Spaceballs. And I believe, if I am correct in saying, this is not his first film that he has been known to put out there. Before
That's an understatement.
Before this film, he's done Blazing Saddles, The 12 Chairs, The History of the World Part 1, possibly 2, but we never saw it.
Silent movie.
Huh?
Silent movie.
Yep. And so on, so forth. Oh, also the original producers. And High Anxiety are all before this. So, I'm gonna say what IMDb says about the film, and then we can go around and see whether people think whether it was their first time or not. So, IMDb says a star pilot for hire and his trusty sidekick must come to the rescue of a princess and save planet Juedia from the clutches of the evil Spaceballs. So,
And
Girl, since this was your pick, why don't you tell us, was this a first time watch for you?
hell no. I've seen this a ton of times, and also I like to point out it's also a parody of Star Wars, Star Trek, Wizard of Oz, and Planet of the Apes.
And Alien.
And Alien, yeah. Oh no, not again.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah, definitely great. Yeah, I absolutely love this movie. It's all-time classic. I've not seen it in quite a while, so it was a nice treat to watch it again. Yeah, and I saw this when it first came out. I don't think I saw it at the theaters, so I saw it when it was out on video or TV. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I love all Mel Brooks's movies. This one especially because although it is a parody of the four movies, the main parody is definitely Star Wars, and I absolutely love Star Wars. Anyone who listens to this channel knows. So yeah, I love this movie. It has a great freaking cast. I mean, can't go wrong with John Candy. He's always hilarious. Everything he does. Dave Van Patten's great in it. Just the whole cast. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Okay, is that it for your first impression then?
It is.
Alrighty.
And
Heading
I love
over
it.
to Moosleen. Why don't you tell us, was this the first time watch for you?
No, I'm not sure when I watched it the first time. I might have seen it with my dad, but I don't think that was the first time because he loves Mel Brooks stuff. So, but oh yeah, I got a kick out of it because, like Carl said, you got you got a great cast, and they all worked. They all complemented each other perfect, and just all the little gags throughout the whole thing. It's just you can't help but enjoy it. So and the little hints of making fun of things, different movies here and there, besides the other gags in it is, it's just fun. It's a fun movie. I don't know what else to say except for that it's fun. So
Okay. Is that the end of your first impression then?
yeah,
Okay. Heading over to Boris. Was this a first time watch for you?
Yes and no. The first time I watched it was actually quite a while ago. My mother was watching it on a foreign channel and it was dubbed in German. She is much better at German than I am, so back then I did watch it but didn't fully understand it. This was the first time I watched it in a language I could understand, but it was not entirely new to me. Uh, and yeah, it was very good. I maybe I didn't get all of its humor because there are some things that I didn't watch. But yeah, as far as Star Wars goes, it's mainly a spoof of Star Wars. That much I did get, and it was great. uh, Maybe I expected a little bit more of Spoodaus, if you get what I mean, although there were some here and there. uh, but yeah, all in all, I did enjoy the movie. I'm glad I finally watched it the way I should have quite a while ago.
Okay. Is that the end of your first impression then?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Um, I
What
can't
about you, Yogurt?
I can't tell you how or when I first saw this, but I remember seeing it at a very young age and not really understanding like all the humor until like I'd seen Wars or whatnot. But over time, this movie has become kind of a classic, at least as far as like watching it. And if you don't know like all of the different things it references, then you won't entirely get it. But it is a movie that I think is definitely makes fun of itself as well uh, as stepping outside like movie boundaries. Like they definitely break the fourth wall.
Oh, yeah.
Because they talk about the merchandising. They talk about like like, hey, let's go and check the videotape of the Spaceballs. They have this futuristic thing called fast forwarding, you know, uh, and
Eh,
things like that, and they catch their stump doubles and all that jazz. So it's very amusing how many walls they actually break when you think about it.
oh, yeah. They ended up using that videotape as a freaking surveillance system or something like that.
But all in all, I enjoy the film. It's definitely one that I like to return to, and when I think of Star Wars, I also think of this movie. So it's kind of hard not to. But yeah, it's an enjoyable cast. The princess is pretty, and I mean she's kind of a stuck up bitch in the very beginning, but it kind of goes along with the story.
Oh, yeah.
But in any case, let us go into the plot line. So the beginning of this starts out very much like the Star Wars, where you get these words sliding up over the screen, telling you about a little bit about the story before you go into it.
In a
And
galaxy very, 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 very far away.
Did you memorize the exact number of Varys?
No, but I've seen
Oh.
it enough.
So the basic plot is that there is a race that is called Spaceballs that is trying to get the air out of the population planet of Druidia, and
She's a Jewish princess. Funny, she doesn't look Jewish.
and there just so happens to be a marriage that is going on the planet of Druidia from
Well, it's supposed to be.
and Prince Valium.
Prince Valium. Not
But
Valiant,
first, before
Valium.
we get into that, I do want to talk about this very beginning piece that we see after the credits, after the words go away.
Yep.
It has this long spaceship.
Long.
Because it's footage that keeps going on this spaceship. And and Tammy was like, "Well, can you hear some Jaws music in there?"
It sounded a little bit like Jaws, but no.
It just sounds a little bit like it, but they'd have to really probably pay out a buco bucks to use that for real.
You think you didn't even pay out for Star Wars and Aliens and Star Trek? And
Well, they
Wizard of Oz?
probably didn't have enough money to pay for the Jaws theme then.
Yeah, and they spent it all on the others. The other four.
Yeah, he probably had to pay up the ass on most of these things that he was spoofing. So we have this very, very comical scene of the long spaceship, and I think it's comical because it just keeps going and
going.
and we do and are introduced to the main villain in the story, who is played by Rick Moranis as Darth Helmet, who is this very short dude in a big ass helmet. That's all
I have to say, by the way, his helmet kind of reminded me of Kylo Ren.
Where do you think Disney got it from?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, where do you think Disney got it from?
Yeah. But he has a first in command that goes by the name of Colonel Sanders, and so we have what is an introduction to Darth Helmet and how he directs things on the ship and stuff, because he brings them over to this screen that says Mr. Coffee on it, and he's talking about a radar, Mr. Radar, and he's like, "What is this machine, Mr. Coffee?"
You like coffee? Of course I like coffee. Everybody knows that I have coffee when I'm looking at the radar. Doesn't everybody know? Yes, everybody knows. Okay, everybody knows.
So they slide over to the next screen, which is Mr. Radar, and that is the screen in which he shows that and the planet of Druidia shows up on the screen, and he's told about a marriage that is happening, and that's when it kind of like pans into the beginning of the festivities that are, I guess, happening on Druidia, where we meet the king. He's kind of in the room where Princess is getting dressed and ready to go, and she's like trying to tell him, "Daddy, do I really have to do this?"
Well, they're looking. Actually, first they're looking for Dodge, which is her droid of honor, and she had to go relieve herself. She was so nervous.
And the droid is played by, at least voiced by, Phyllis Diller, a famous comedian.
Yes.
And
Different actress in the suit, though.
yes, for sure. But it does kind of look like Phyllis at the time, so that's at least unique. She's like the C-3PO version in this particular.
Yeah, they don't have an R2.
Oh yeah,
I know.
yeah. You beat me to it. Isn't that kind of blasphemous to have C3
It is
without
blasphemous.
R2D2?
Always blasphemous.
Yeah, they
not
should
that
have had
R2.
something like that or whatever, but they didn't. But you have her going down the aisle.
Like a square droid named Achu. Achu sneeze too.
I can see it. I could see it. But she gets down the aisle, and of course, I love this priest. He's like, "Can we get on with it?" You know.
The prince is half falling asleep.
Yep. And mid-sentence, the princess ends up escaping to a ship of her own.
Here she goes, walking down the aisle. Nope, she turned around. She's running for it.
She becomes a runaway bride, and she takes her droid with her. And,
her Mercedes.
Yeah, her Mercedes.
Yeah,
her Mercedes spaceship.
That's all decked out with the leather seats and everything else.
Oh, and you can't forget her suitcases.
Yes.
Her matching luggage.
Her matching luggage. Yes.
Which somehow it seemed like it was already in there. So she had this plan. Because
of course she did.
Just her and her. What was that robot's name?
Dot. Dot Matrix.
Her and Dot are the only things that jumped into that spaceship. So all the luggage was already in there.
It was.
So she goes off, and meanwhile, somewhere in the galaxy, there is an RV that is flying somewhere.
Playing Bon Jovi.
In the quadrant. Playing what?
Bon Jovi.
Playing Bon Jovi. While it looks like John Candy is in the role of Mog.
Mog. Barf. No, Mog is what he is. Barf is his name. Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Barf is making food for himself. In fact, he comes in and offers
Lone Side yells for him. He's like, always when I'm trying to eat.
By the way, I have to say, all this earthly music they play there kind of reminded me of the Star Wars holiday special.
Yeah, except the music is better.
Sorry, what did you say?
Except the music is better.
Yeah.
Although I did like the Anthony's song in there when she was in the cantina. So, but in any case, moving on to what happens next. They get a what is it? A video call from someone who looks like Max Headspace, except he's a robot.
Yeah, Max Headroom.
Yeah, Max Headroom.
And was it Java the Pizza or something?
Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut is...
What's going to happen if I don't get my money? Pizza's going to send out for you.
And he's all dripping while he's talking, you know.
And then that other dude ate part of him. And
yeah, he's like, you taste delicious.
Funnily enough, I'm going to have pizza for lunch tomorrow.
Actually, it was Joan Rivers who was the voice of Dot Matrix.
Yeah,
I thought it was Phyllis Diller, but
I thought it was Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers is the voice of Dot.
I'll never
Their
look
voices
at
sound
pizza
very
the
very similar to me. Phyllis
I guess
Diller,
so.
Joan Rivers.
Not really.
Well, to me they do.
Not really, David.
Well, you're weird.
To me they do.
But you're weird.
same.
Doesn't mean that it's not possible. Anyways.
It isn't possible. It's
Okay, you need to get your hearing checked because she sounds very
What?
much like Stiller. See?
What?
Anyways, moving onwards. Eh?
Hey,
Get
Canadian.
off my lawn.
You gotta love them. Anyways,
hey.
so at this point, Pizza the Hut shows up, talks about money that is owed, and I think he wants 1 billion Spaceballs.
Oh, different movie.
You win space box.
Yes, I'll
Space
give you the. I'll give you the 100. I'll give you the 100,000 space bucks. 100,000. Now it's 1 million. 1 million. Well, pizza will send out for you.
And then they have like some dialogue, like a little bit after that, where they're talking about well, how are we going to get this money, and then they get a video call from
Not yet. Not yet. First, you see the princess, and Spaceballs is trying to shoot her down. So she calls her. She goes, "I don't have to take
Oh
it.
yeah,
I'm rich."
that's right.
And she calls her
Shoot just
daddy.
off. Shoot just off the port bow. Make sure that we're serious.
Shoot her. Don't shoot off her nose. And yeah, so she calls her
Isn't
dad.
she
And
listening to some headphones that look like the buns from like
Princess Leia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love how the Dot's talking to her, and she's like, "Huh? What?" And then she takes the headphones off.
It is a little bit of a funny moment, but
Very funny.
shortly after that, I guess she gets a tractor beam on her ship, and that's when Lone Star gets a video call from the King of Druidia about saving his daughter. And
I'll do anything. 1 million space bucks. 1 million. Okay, I'll do it. Just save her, and if you can, save the car. That's where he explains about the car, what she's driving, and how he got a deal because his cousin's car dealers. Owner of the car dealership.
they do decide to after a little bit of arguing, go and try to save this.
We're not doing this for money. We're doing this for a ton of money.
That was good.
And one of the things that happens is they end up jamming the transmission.
By jamming it.
Very literally.
Literally jamming.
Which means they shoot a large jar of jam at the satellite on the ship.
They're very
And
literal in this movie.
Yeah, and the raspberry jam.
I think the first
There
time
was
I
so-
saw that, I was just, it took me a moment to laugh the first time I saw it because I was just like, oh my God, they shot a fucking jar of jam.
Not just any jam.
Oh,
Raspberry.
wait.
Hey, they
Wait,
said they were gonna jam it,
There is
I know,
one
but-
person.
and they
who would-
raspberried them.
Wait, what
I
if
wasn't
that was not?
expecting that.
and that's
Uh,
where we get that little small like
.com was no. There's only one man in the universe who would dare raspberry.
wasn't there a moment
Bone Star.
wasn't there a
Okay,
moment
what if that was not a jar of jam? What if that was a jar of jam?
and somewhat we're in between all this crap is where we get the moment where we get the cross-eyed dudes and the I'm surrounded by assholes.
Who put this man in charge? I did. He's my cousin, and he's an asshole too. Yes, he's an asshole too. I'm surrounded. I knew it. Surrounded by assholes. How many assholes are aboard?
They all stand up.
They all but one. They all raise their hands except for one, and of course Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
Now, if you'll
Actually,
notice,
we must not forget another cast member in this movie. He doesn't have a big part, but he has an important part. Michael Winslow.
Yep, Michael Winslow, who hails from the Police
Academy.
series.
Absolutely love the way he does his
because he's
Yeah,
listening to the sonar equipment, and all of a sudden everything just goes silent, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute.
We lost the bleeps, the beeps, and the geeks, the creeps, the what? The beep, 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 beep." I can't.
That's not all
sound, but yeah, it was. Well, first he was trying to talk in the call. He's like, and they dropped the phone. He's still talking. They throw it. Then he talks normal. I lost the beeps.
Well, anyways, it's while they're trying to figure out all this is when Barf and Lone Star end up going on top of that Mercedes thing. Barf knocks on the top of the vehicle. They open it up. He introduces himself and
yeah, I'm Barf. Not in this Mercedes. No, that's my name.
I'm a mom.
What about my dad? What about my
I'm
real
my own best friend.
Yeah, I'm a mog. I'm half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. And I thought Lone Star was his best friend.
And as they're going up the ladder to take all the stuff, I like how Dot's like, "Quit looking up my can."
You can't look it up. I can't. Like he has a choice. Sorry. Are you checking in?
And
the first thing we're gonna do is duck that royal luggage. You listen here, or you listen.
Well, anyways, shortly after that, they go into hyper speed, and that's when the Spaceballs realize that they're starting to get away, and Darth Helmet decides.
Well, first, should we go to hyperspace? No, hyperspace too slow. Too slow. Yes, we need to go to ludicrous speed. Ludicrous speed. We've never gone that fast. Oh, buckle up. Shows everyone buckle up. And Colonel Sanders buckle up. The Doc Helmet, you better buckle up. I'll buckle up.
And then I love how it shows hyperspace, ridiculous speed, and then ludicrous speed.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Was it the first light speed? Or maybe I remember it.
Yes,
wrong.
it's light speed.
Okay. Light speed, hyper speed, ridiculous speed, and then ludicrous speed. So, and once they go ludicrous speed, they overshoot the RV by at least a week and a half, according to Long. According to Bart.
Yeah.
And they end up running out of gas. The RV does. So they end up having to set down on a planet.
Tatooine. I mean,
technically Tatooine.
A planet that looks a lot like Tatooine.
Yeah, bunch of sand dunes and shit. So they land, and Lone Star says, "Okay, only take what you need."
Yeah, she
She takes all her
take.
luggage.
Yeah, like I was wondering, was there anything she didn't take?
I love the giant hair blower.
Oh yeah.
That is something I cannot do without.
How could she have just left it in the desert?
I mean, how are you going to plug in such a monstrous thing, anywhere? It's just not possible. And you can automatically assume that she has never had to do anything on her own,
No.
let alone camped for a night out in the wilderness.
Ooh.
A strange man.
Yeah, I like her hair dryer. Just a little
Like
bit
I
too
said.
big.
But in any case, they move onwards, and you see them running out of energy and falling to the sands, and that's when you start to see these hooded ding dings.
Well, Lone Star was carrying the princess, and Barf was carrying Dot as well, because they just couldn't walk
Dot
anymore.
was piggybacking
And
on
Barf's like, I can't make it anymore. And Lone Star just one more dune. He's like, you said that 3 dunes ago. And then we saw the Jawa like people, do 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 ding ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding.
ding ding.
I'm trying to think, was that from MASH, or was that from
No, that sounded more like Snow and the
Dirty
Seven
Dozen?
Dwarfs.
I thought that was from the Dirty Dozen, the movie.
It sounded like the Seven Dwarfs, though.
Yeah, it sounded like Seven Dwarfs to me.
It sounded to me like it was from a POW movie that I've seen before. I swear to God that either in the Dirty Dozen or in MASH, they would whistle this exact tune while they were marching. So.
Well, it sounded like the tune from Seven Dwarfs that they whistled.
Whistle while you work.
No, that's
Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club.
It's possible from Breakfast Club. I could see that, but
Yeah, there is a part in it.
where they whistle that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to rewatch that at some point in the future just to see that.
Yeah, it was that when they all did that like whole montage and thing in the library, and after they had all started to get along,
Oh, okay. Well, in any case, moving forward from here, they are brought and led to an area where there is, I guess, some stone doorway, like in the side of like one of the dunes on the planet, and they go in it, and this is where it kind of gets like the Wizard of Oz, where they meet the wizard, kind of thing, where all of a sudden pops out. You can tell it's Mel Brooks underneath all that, but he in fact calls himself Yogurt, and they
The great yogurt? You got powder
call him
yogurt?
the Great Yogurt.
Oh, I'm just you call me plain yogurt.
And this is also where he talks about the power of the Schwartz.
I am the keeper of the great power. The Force? No, the Schwartz. Ooh.
Oh, I guess we lost Tammy there for a moment. So let's.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. All of a sudden, a message came on or whatever and said something, and then I couldn't hear you guys. So.
Could come back.
Well, in any case, first of all, what do y'all think about Lone Star as a character?
He's great. He's basically Luke and Han Solo mixed in one.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
am
more.
imagining
I
what,
say more Han Solo, but
Yeah.
I am just imagining what Mo might say to Bill Pullman, because he's mentioned him before in discussions before, and he
Well,
talks
Mo.
about his little baby boy man lips.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on today.
But I can just imagine him saying that because he has talked about Bill Pullman before, and he always thinks that Bill Pullman has these little boy man lips.
Why is he looking at his lips?
He just
So
can't
that's
help it for some reason. He just isn't quite hasn't quite become manly enough, I guess. I don't
Okay.
know. It's something he's mentioned before, so I have to give a call out to Mo for that one.
Yeah, he could have joined us actually.
He should have. He was supposed to.
But I like Lone Star just fine. I mean, he's like the Indiana Jones version of Han Solo.
Han Solo.
So, but yeah. What do we think about Princess Vespa?
Oh, she's hilarious.
He's hot.
Fuck up, little brat.
Yeah, she's
The nigga.
rude at first.
Stephanie's a nigga.
In real life, of course, I don't like people like her, but in this movie, I love the way they used her character to make fun of such people. So,
Well, to her credit, like we said, that's all she's ever known was being pampered and spoiled, and until she ran away from marrying Valium, she'd never been out on her own or anything. So to be fair, she doesn't realize how people are supposed to act or people are supposed to be like, because
Now
she's never had to do it.
and there is a moment that Lone Star has with Princess Vespa where she shows him this medallion that he has around his neck.
Yep.
That he evidently he was found on the doorstep of monks or some shit.
Oh, I love when Yogurt's like, you can read it. No, I'm just clearing my throat.
Oh, now I understand it, but I will tell you at a later date when you need the information.
What do you guys exactly do here? Merchandising.
Yes.
Let me show you. We got.
I like little
Spaceballs,
yogurt.
The T-shirt. Spaceballs, the cereal. Spaceballs, the flamethrower. Kids love this one.
oh, speaking of which, I recently got a Star Wars T-shirt. Funnily enough, and it's one with Baby Yoda.
Oddly enough, there was merchandise for Spaceballs in the movie, but there actually was never merchandise in real life.
Oh, really?
Nope.
That's kind of sad.
I would love
It is
to
sad.
get one of those yogurt dolls, though.
I know, it would have been great. Ain't he cute? Man, scratch the reader. Adorable.
But shortly after that is where we get this whole the Spaceballs have found where the planet that they are, and we're actually introduced to the president of the Spaceballs.
Comb the desert.
He's told to comb the desert. Oh, and we do get that moment. I do love this moment where
they beam him over.
Where they beam him over and they beam him over backwards.
That's badass.
Why did everybody tell me my ass was this big?
and it turns
We'll
out
bring you
they.
right back. No, I'm walking from now on. He walks and opens one
Walks
door
right
and he's
next
out.
door. I'm like, why didn't you?
I love the I love the twins. If you don't know, Boris, there used to be a commercial with twins all the time. Doublemint gum, and so that's why when he does a scene and he's talking to the two women, they're like, "Oh, I'm this one and I'm that one." He's like, "Oh, just chew your gum." That's what that's from. Was the commercial that was always on for the Doublemint. They're called the Doublemint Twins.
Oh,
Just a little backstory on that one.
I didn't know that. I'm
Yeah, I didn't
sorry.
think you would.
Yeah,
That's why I told you.
Doublemint gum. Yep, I remember that.
Doublemint Twins.
He calls them different names. Marlene and Charlene, I think their names
Yeah,
were. But he
yeah.
called Charlene Marlene, and
Marlene, Charlene. Yeah.
I do like how sexual that one a lady major made the beaming sound.
Oh yeah. I love when she's like, oh, we're gonna beam you. And like Snotty beamed me twice last night. Snotty beamed me twice. I bet he did. I love when she calls him in the bathroom and she looks down.
I told you never to call me in the bathroom. This is a private line.
This is a unpublished holocam. vid.
Yeah, those parts are great. But anyways, he tells them to comb the desert. They're literally combing the desert, and obviously a film that mentions marketing, they are definitely marketing the shit out of Acer combs.
Yeah,
because the Acer name is like on the fucking combs themselves. How the fuck they got those
No,
combs so big?
we ain't found shit.
Have you found anything yet? No, sir. Have you found anything yet? No, sir.
We ain't found
Have
shit.
you found anything yet? We haven't found shit.
We ain't found shit. Gotta say that with an accent.
But ultimately, they do find that there is a hidden door with a Y on it, and that's when he's like, "Yogurt, I hate yogurt. Can't you just use your own Schwartz? He has the upside of the Schwartz. I have the downside." And then he's like, "Oh, I've got the perfect plan. We'll make them come to us." So that night, I guess they Princess Vespa hears the voice of what she thinks is her father, and she follows it out the door. Dot follows only to be kidnapped along with Princess Vespa, and meanwhile, while all this is going on,
I love how it's like, fooled you.
meanwhile, while all of this is going on, Lone Star has been learning the power of the Schwartz, and he ends up actually lifting that statue of yogurt that you see, but then Barf comes in and distracts him and has the damn thing fall on his foot.
Oh yeah. Poor guy.
And Yogurt's like, "Stand aside." So he lifts it, and you can see that his whole entire foot is flattened, and he's like limping off. It's funny. But they realize that Princess Vespa has been kidnapped along with Dot, and so they go after them, I believe. And much like Star Wars, they do have a moment where they land on the planet, and I guess the two guards that are outside the globe, looking like door, come inside the RV. You see a
Well,
little
first
bit
they
of
yell, "Hey, you can't park here! Can't you see the sign? No parking!" And Barf flips them off, and they're like, "Why you?" And then that's when they go after him. And then you see the Winnebago shaking, and they come out in the uniforms.
and you hear
Yeah, and Barf's tail is sticking out.
and you hear a low voice singing, "Nobody knows
No,
trouble
my
like
trouble.
me.
That can't be the
Nobody
princess.
knows my sorrow."
It is her.
That's how they realize
The
exactly where
baritone.
And what's funny is Zazu in The Lion King, some years later, imitates that.
So that's where they took it from.
Very possible. Very possible.
Yeah, I actually recognized it from The Lion King, but I thought the similarity was coincidental.
It's possibly coincidental, but oftentimes that is a song that some people sing while in prison. So
Yes, it is. Just singing it.
it's probably been sung way more than we think while in prison. But in any case, they end up rescuing the princess. And Dot. They begin to make their way out of the area. I guess the two dudes that ended up getting their clothes stolen from them are the first to see them. They start shooting at them, and then other guards end up showing up, shooting at them, and I guess Barf takes like this thing out of the wall, and evidently it looks like a U. So when they shoot, like the guns in or the fire shoots into them, it just shoots right back at them. What do y'all think about these scenes?
Yeah, that was great. Did we miss a scene where they hand her a gun and then she's like,
No,
"Oh,
that's
gun,
shortly
gun."
afterwards. That's
Okay.
shortly afterwards because they get out to the RV and it's locked, and while Lone Star goes and starts to figure it all out, he hands her the gun, and she's like, "Oh, I hate guns." And then they shoot at her and shoot at her
They
hair.
shoot her hair.
Oh,
They shot my
You
hair.
just did not.
oh yeah.
He did it right for a girl. She did it right for Rambo.
That was funny and kind of badass too.
Yeah, it was. She was sexier, even sexier there.
And they end up getting to get back into the RV. Oh, and Yogurt had actually given him the ring of the shorts earlier before he.
I can't
went
take
to
that.
the
Take
RV.
it, take it.
Somehow the Ding Dings had actually gassed their vehicle. So.
Yeah, they put gas in the vehicle.
But ultimately, I think from there they
You guys realize that Lucas like kind of parodied Spaceballs when he did Phantom Menace.
Oh, what?
When they crash landed on Tatooine and they had to get the ship fixed before they could leave, it was almost like the same thing that happened in Spaceballs. But of course, that was many years later.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Well, now you do.
Well, in any case, I believe that they find out that there is a self-destruct mechanism inside the Spaceballs space station. Or
Only if you really mean it.
And oh, wait, before that even happens, they actually do get the codes from the king. Because they hold Vespa hostage before they even rescue her. They have her about.
Yeah, they get the codes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds like it's something that only an idiot would put on his luggage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That sounds like only something an idiot would put on his luggage. Do you have the codes? Yes. 1, 2,
And
3,
they got
4, 5. Amazing! I have the same combination on my luggage.
And they get the code because they were gonna put her nose back the way it was.
Yeah. No.
Yep, and she kind of looked like the Wicked Witch of the West because of that bump on her nose.
Yeah.
Oh,
Huge nose too. Yeah, and then that's when we got the whole part where they're sucking the air, and all three of them going suck, suck, suck.
Yep.
And then Lone Star uses the ring to switch it back to blow, switch it to blow.
Yep.
And they're like
Yeah.
switch.
So what you think of that ship turning into the maid of the vacuum though?
That's a
cool.
Transformer.
That's not just
yeah.
a battle station. It's a
Oh yeah,
Transformer.
that kind of surprised me. I didn't know Transformers existed at that time.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was watching Transformers.
Transformers were
Reading
happening.
I was reading the comics and stuff way before that.
Yeah. In fact, Transformers was originally Japanese animated. So.
In fact, it was originally a toy first.
Yeah, they had the toy out before they had
they had the toys, and then they got the show based on the toys.
Just like with He-Man. He-Man, the toys were out before the series was.
Yeah.
So.
Talking my language.
Oftentimes, that's what happens. They have toys out, and then they think, "Oh, this might be."
It's usually the other way around, but there's a few times that it's the toys first, and then they make a show and stuff out of the toys and movies.
Oh yeah. But in any case, they do find a self-destruct mechanism, and.
This is when
I love how he comes on to the first guard and tries to use the Vulcan neck pinch.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing, the Vulcan neck pinch? Lower than that. Right here. Yes, right there. Oh, thanks. And then hand imprint paste. Oh, thanks again. And goes in and then he uses the ring to get the shaving cream. He's like, what are you doing? This. Shaving cream in his eyes and his mouth.
Then, of course, the green shield ends up disappearing, and I guess this is about when Darth Helmet shows up. Oh, there is a moment that I forget to mention because it's so quick. He's playing when they capture Princess Vespa. He's playing with dolls.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, stay away from you, bro. Oh wait, you seem you're kind of nice or something. I'm
No,
getting
when
back
did
to
you get you playing with your dolls again?
No.
And,
He's like, you didn't see anything, did you? No, I didn't see you playing with your dolls.
did you realize that moment was kind of an allusion to incest, since in this doll game he paired up himself with Princess Vespa, and in Star Wars,
But he's not her father.
not in this version, but
No, he's not.
it
So it's
inevitably
not.
makes you think of Star Wars.
Well, right, but he's still not. As a matter of fact, he's not related to anyone. He's the father's
No.
brother's cousin's former roommate.
In fact, that's what he
His-
says.
That's what he
to-
says
to
is
him,
one of the best lines in the movie.
which
in my
makes you
opinion.
nobody.
What does that make us? Absolutely nothing. And then I love when the sword fight right at the penis is. Ooh, I see your sword is as long as mine.
But where didn't the lightsabers actually come out of their rings?
Yeah,
Yeah, but they had
but
their
they had
hands
their
down
they had their
Oh,
hands down by their pants.
Yeah.
Like it was like they were pulling out the penises. He did it. Oh, when he kills the crewman, he did
Nothing
it.
like a cockfight.
And then they get their sword stuck. And I hate when we get the sword stuck. I'll put my foot on your knee and lift off for you.
Of course,
I can't believe you fell for it.
yeah, he ends up taking the ring off and like throwing it in the
Well, here, have it
sewer.
back. You fell for it again. Oh, stupid! Can you get?
And then, of course, you get that yogurt voice in his head. Use the power of the Schwartz. But I lost the ring.
Forget the ring. I got it in the Crocker Jack box. The Schwartz is in you.
So he ends up somehow throwing.
Well,
Using the
we
power
get
of
the
the
scene
Schwartz.
where Doc Helmet is coming after him, and he's holding him back by his helmet, and Doc Helmet's trying to hit him with a sword saber, but he can't reach him because he's being held back.
Yeah, he's too short.
It's too short.
Anyway, he gets thrown into the button that self-destructs.
Self-destructs, yeah.
And that's when you get the
self-destruct
3
in
minutes
10
to self-destruct, and Colonel Sanders and the president of Spaceballs is like, "What the fuck is that?"
How do you stop it? We can't stop it. And then they show everybody getting into pods, and buried lady knocking out Doc, pushing the Doc Helmet away. He's like, "Come back here, bitch!" And then there's one pod left. Well, guys, this is a fine ship. We have to go down. He tries to put sits on the bear and tries to put the bear's arms around
the
him.
bear one.
What's wrong with this seatbelt? Ah, the bear. Like last chance to cancel before self-destruct. Cancel. Out of order. Figures. Even in the future, nothing works right.
And so Lone Star and his band of miscreants end up back in the RV.
Escaping just in time.
Princess Vespa back to planet Duridia, and I guess he goes off to the cantina while the king says, "Guess who else is happy to see you?" Prince.
Where you been? That's all he says. Where you been?
And so the wedding now commences again, and meanwhile, he Lone Star.
Do I really have to marry him? Do you mind? I'm trying to conduct a wedding, which has nothing to do with love.
Lone Star and Barf.
Don't be sorry.
Going to this cantina, ordering the soup special
This in the special today.
and the
Because
special of
that's
the
what
day.
I've got.
And at the end of the bar, there is a group of people sitting there. One of them being John Hurt, who was originally an alien. All of a sudden, he starts to spaz, and he's like, "Oh no, not again!"
Yeah,
And
well, no. First, he starts spinning up, and then he falls down, and that's when the alien pops up. That's when he says, "Oh no, not again!" And the alien's like, "Ah, ah, ah."
and then the alien
And then they start
starts
singing
a
and
song and
dancing.
dance routine.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my anytime girl.
Which originally that type of scenery showed up in Singing in the Rain, but also in Looney Tunes several times with that
Honey,
WB
my toonie, roll, little Lenny.
problem.
Oh, sorry.
And then everybody, them guys jump up and say, "Check, please."
Check. What? No. First, he's like, "What did he order? He ordered the special of the day. I'll change mine to the soup of the day, please." Good call. But then they end up saying check please and leaving before they got their food. And then we see them in the Winnebago and they're all, "Oh, we're starving. You should have taken the money. I'm starving. Don't you have anything to eat?" And you're like, "No." "Oh, well, wait a minute. I got
The
this
fortune
fortune cookie that yogurt gave me. Here." And he's like, "You want to have it?" "Nah." You rips it open and then we see yogurt. "Hello, fellas."
By the way,
"What's
you're
your
a bona
fortune
fide
cookie?"
prince.
Well, here's your fortune. "You know that medallion you're wearing?" Looks at it. "Well, it means you're a prince. You're a certified prince." And I'll bet you want to get back to Druidia. If you open your glove compartment, there's a special can of gas in there. Liquid. They open it up and it's liquid swartz. Liquid swartz.
I do have to mention that they're in the cantina. I noticed that there was something called the Spaceballs, the placemat. Or
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget the
something
scene
like
where
that.
the president was in bed with the two women.
Oh,
Spaceballs, the sheets.
oh yeah.
I had Star Wars
Spaceballs,
sheets
the
when I was
toilet
a kid.
paper. Spaceballs, the toilet paper in the bathroom.
Yep.
But in any case, so the wedding is beginning to happen, and she's when it comes down to the vows.
Yeah. Will you marry
he's
him?
like the
Well,
short version.
I guess. I mean, I like. No, she won't marry him.
The short version. Will you?
It's Prince Lone Star.
Valium.
Prince. Yes, I just found out. I'm a prince. Will you marry me? Yes.
Okay, the short version. Will you? Will you? All right, you're married. Kiss her. You're married.
Somebody's getting married. Damn it. He's like, "Who are you?" "I'm Buff." "What's your full name?" "Bartholomew." Are you getting married? Are you going to get married? "No." "Then get over there." Priest is getting pretty testy there.
And I turned to Tammy. Can't we have a wedding like that?
No.
Right? Right?
The short version.
The short version. You? Yes. Do you? Yes. Kiss her.
I'll give you a short version.
Oh, doesn't Dave give you the short version? Oh.
Ooh.
No comment. Evidently, she's still with me, so there must be something there.
Yeah, the tongue.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What the hell am I listening to?
Hey, all you got to do is just say I'm surrounded by a bunch of assholes. That's all you got to do.
I'm surrounded by a bunch of assholes.
Oh yeah.
But in any case, I think that that's about the end of this movie. Or is there anything more besides the RV going off?
Well, yeah, we got
Uh,
the three Spaceballs. They're inside the head as it explodes and lands on the planet, and
Oh,
yeah.
you see the two
British
ape men riding on a horse, and like, what's coming out of her nose? It's like,
not,
it's Spaceballs. Spaceballs. Oh shit! There goes the planet.
I love how they're spoofing Planet of the Apes here.
Yes.
This is
Uh,
awesome. And it's more awesome because they sound like British.
Yeah.
uh,
And the funny thing is, the maid's head looked like the Statue of Liberty, which is what
Right.
you see in the movie Planet of the Apes, the giant head of the Statue of Liberty on the beach.
Yep.
It also reminded me of the Pokemon anime. If any of you watched that, when Team Rocket are blasted away and they land at the end of the episode in some random place.
I mean, normally you see Charlton Heston at the end of their screaming,
Damn dirty apes!
well, not that one, but get your hands off me, you damn dirty human. But in any case, let us.
We forgot about the scene after they get married. Oh, goodbye, Virgin Alert.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because when they were about to kiss at the campfire, the Virgin Alert went off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did forget that scene, didn't we? What the heck is that? What is that noise? It's my Virgin alarm. Every time it's set to go off before he does.
Her chastity belt, so to speak.
The key doesn't fit. Different movie. Robin Hood Men in tights. Somebody get the locksmith. Go locksmith.
Another Mel Brooks film.
It is. He loves doing spoofs.
But
I mean, most of his movies are spoofs of something. Blazing Saddles is a spoof of westerns.
he's known as a spoof.
The silent movie is a spoof on movies, on silent movies.
History's World Part 1 is a spoof.
Yeah. Everything you always want to know about sex, but we're afraid to ask.
But I think we're at production. So why don't we start with you,
watched
Pro?
a little bit behind the scenes, and he said that he had to do this one because he spoofed everything else, so he had to do this one. Remember?
Yeah, he had to destroy Star Wars somehow.
Well, he didn't destroy it. He just made it more loved.
Well, no, but his mentality was he wanted to make fun of this whole genre, and in order to destroy it, he had to do it somehow. Those were his words.
Weird.
So, but instead of destroying it, he made it more well loved. His humor was just that great.
Yeah.
But what do we think about production? How about you, Gro?
Damn fucking awesome. I mean, I don't have a complaint anywhere. I mean, it is anything that you might seem out of place is meant to be out of place because it's a spoof. So I mean, it's just it was just perfectly done, and I mean, the writing was just incredible, and the special effects are perfect. Again, the 1984, but it was awesome. They did as well as Star Wars with the effects and stuff. and they didn't make it perfect. It is because it is a spoof, so they had to dumb it down a little bit. But I think they did a phenomenal job.
Oh yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. It was classic Mel Brooks. With the humor and just putting little tidbits of different movies in there. Just it was good.
What about you, Bert?
Ding, ding, ding.
What did you think about the production of the film?
I also think it was very good. Maybe the only thing I would change would be the design of the droid and maybe parts, animal parts. Maybe I would have preferred if those looked a bit more realistic and less like costumes, but it's not that big of a deal. Other than that, everything is good.
Blasphemy.
Why?
Blasphemy. Because
Yeah, I
the
heard.
movie is perfect.
Okay.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
I think for the time, it worked well
I think it still
what it
works.
needed. I mean, this was definitely a low budget film.
But
Not
that
really.
the low budget works with Mel Brooks because
Yes.
Oh,
the the
I
gags that he has going
Yeah,
on work very well with low budget
exactly. I
because he's
mean,
not
well,
trying to make
I
a big
didn't know it
thing.
was low budget. If it was, then I
He
take back what I
probably wasn't
said.
sure that this film would take off like it did. You know?
Yeah,
I
uh,
mean,
Even if I
Spaceballs.
think Mel Brooks, even if he had an unlimited budget, it still would have been the same way because that's how he is, and that's how he does his gags.
Oh
I
yeah.
think, like I said,
He makes himself laugh, and if anyone else joins him, great. And that's the way you should do it, because that way you're caring. You're not caring what the audience thinks. You're caring how you feel about what you're writing and doing, and that's exactly how you should do it. And if you do it right, then the audience is gonna enjoy it either way. But yeah, that's the way he does his stuff, and it's great.
I thought that
well,
the production was really well put together. The Spaceballs planet, it looked pretty good. The I mean, I remember seeing it on a VHS tape, and it looked a lot like uncleaner, um, at times. So this movie has seen some wear on it, over time. But now
Yeah.
now that I have it on, I think I have a steelbook of it myself. And when they remastered it, it looks really good. So it looks just as good as the Star Wars sets, to me. And
Yeah, I watched it in HD.
this is almost its own thing because it creates its own like fantasy world.
Oh yeah.
It's got its own characters, and even though it's spoofs, I could definitely
I'm
see.
pretty sure this is probably his most probably his biggest hit. And he had many hits too, but this one was just so huge.
I would have to say that Blazing Saddles and History of the World Part 2 or Part 1 were definitely in my rotation of watching films, along with Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein was
I
another
love
good.
Young Frankenstein. That's probably my second favorite.
that one's my
And then
dad's
Blazing
favorite.
Saddles is a close third. But as far as, like I said, the most popular of his movies, it's probably Spaceballs and Blazing Saddles. Probably.
I think the only other one that I've heard a lot of people reference is Robin Hood Men in Tights, even though I know.
Oh yeah.
Um,
True.
to me, that's kind of a mixed film to me. It's kind of like the first time you see it, it's kind of a gag, but I don't know, the humor.
No, that movie's fucking great every time you see it.
Well, I know my dad really likes Mel Brooks because the first time I saw History of the World was with him.
Yeah, Mel Brooks is fucking hilarious.
And I think I saw Blazing Saddles with him. I know Young Frankenstein is like his favorite.
Young Frankenstein's my second favorite. Well, actually, that and Robin Hood Men in Tights. I'd have to. Actually, Robin Hood Men in Tights is probably very close to my favorite with Spaceballs. So, I mean, they're just so fucking great.
I get a kick out of how just when when they escape, and they catch their stunt doubles.
Oh, that was amazing.
You thought you could escape from the Imperius? Wait, these are the stunt doubles, dude.
And I swear, when one of those guards actually saw Barf in the security suit, he thought he saw the tail, and he was like, nah. I swear that actor was the guy who played Lone Star's stunt double.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I swear, because it looked like him when they showed him.
Possibly, I didn't notice that much, but
and there was a moment where they killed one of the camera people.
Yeah,
I
mentioned that part, and he said
That
he
was-
did it. He did it.
But yeah, just some of these breaking the the fourth, that kind of stuff. That stuff was cool. When they involve like the outside world with the film, like it's part of the story.
Yeah.
But
so, how about music?
Oh, I love the music.
Yep, me too.
Same here.
I thought the music, the songs they chose, and then just the music in general. Dave, tell us who did the music.
I'm looking that up right now. So on the soundtrack, it's got about 9 songs. It's got "Raise Your Hands" by John Bon Jovi. It's got "Heartstrings" by Berlin. It's got "Hot Together" by the Pointer Sisters. It's got "Spaceballs" performed by the Spinners.
Spaceballs.
"Wanna Be Loved by You" performed by Ladyfire. "Good Enough" performed by Van Halen. "My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own" performed by Kim Carnes and Jeffrey Osborne.
That reminds me of a scene.
"Hello, My Baby" from One Froggy Evening. Music by Joseph E. Howard, and "Colonel Boogie March" performed by Kenneth Elford.
That song reminded me of the scene where they're in the diner and the waitress is bending over and John Candy's Barf's tail goes up her skirt and he's like, "Watch where you put that thing." He goes, "Sorry, ma'am, it has a mind of its own." He's like, he.
Well,
yeah.
he even makes mention of her tits too.
I'll have some cleavage. I mean, the special daily special. So what'd you think of the music, Tammy?
I like the music just fine.
Yeah,
I thought it went along with it good.
And you, Philip?
I liked it too, especially the main theme song, the Spaceballs. I kind of felt like I could add it to my Halloween playlist, even though it's not about zombies or vampires or anything like that.
Yeah.
But still,
Still awesome though.
Right.
I do have a sort of a story that goes with the alien that comes out of his stomach and sings the "Hello, My Baby."
Yes.
Tammy had this thing inside of her that was called the fight or flight syndrome. I think, right,
It was
Tammy?
a tumor that was on my adrenal glands.
And how
Oh.
big was it?
Well, they said when it first starts to cause a problem, it's about 4 centimeters. When they figured out that I had it, it was 7. So the thing, you'd just be sitting there for no reason. You'd be like wringing wet because it would give you adrenaline rushes. So, and it was messing with it took them a while to find it because it gave off symptoms of the diabetes and it gave off symptoms of heart problems. So I was in the hospital for a couple days with them running like every damn test they could think of to find it.
So when they took it out, I
They had
refer
to have a
to
special team. There had to be a special team to take it out because if it activated while they were trying to take it out, this team knew how to work with it. So I had my own special team of surgeons to get it out.
Damn, sorry to hear that.
So when it came out, I joked with her and called it her little alien, and she said, "Why?" Well, remember that part in Spaceballs when the alien pops out and says, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my sunshine. Hello, my sweetie pie." Well, that was your alien.
Right, and the
Wow.
doctors have kind of gone with it because it wasn't supposed to be in me, so it was alien,
So
type of thing.
so the doctors made a joke about it too.
Yeah, they went along with the joke because he said, it was
Ah,
an alien. It was an alien-like object, so it wasn't supposed to be in me. So it was alien.
nice one. Well, I'm glad you don't have it anymore.
I'm glad I don't have it anymore either.
I'm glad to
The only good
more
thing
either.
about it is I was actually losing weight. I was like happy, but
Yeah.
It's
Isn't it figured
better
you lose
not.
weight when you're sick?
It's better not to lose weight that way.
right, it was better not to
Yeah,
keep it that way.
yeah.
But
And honestly, part of the reason why I made it out to be like that alien was, to me, humor is like one of the best medicines out there, and I think it helped her get through that, being able to tell the story like that to other people as well. So
Good point.
it made for a good story.
and my doctor, my regular doctor, I get a different one like every 3 years, and so they go over that. When I get the new one, they go over my chart and stuff with me, and it's gone through more than one doctor. The joke, so that's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, but at the end of everything, Mel Brooks is a phenomenal, I think, director.
He is.
There is a theory that someone once told me that they thought that Mel Brooks was in fact a godfather of horror as well. So
Oh,
one of the godfathers of horror, because he has had horror elements in his films, and he's been around for a while. So,
Well,
or
that little
was
bit that we
around
watched of
for
that
a while.
interview with him, in that interview, they were saying how great he was to work with and how much fun, and how they, he made it fun to be being on the set and to do all the things, and I think they said something about if it didn't go quite right, but he thought it went good enough. That was it. Cut. He wasn't one that was going to sit here and make you do like 20 takes for something that was
I know
supposed to
when
be
they were
funny.
putting the yogurt mask on him, he said, "Great, so I can take this home and use it for Halloween when it comes time to, right?" But I would seriously love to have one of those little yogurt dolls. I kid
Yeah,
you
I
not.
would.
It'd be
I
cool
would
to
too.
have.
indeed.
I would totally.
Wouldn't mind the
Totally have one of
flamethrower
those.
too, but
I'd eat this. I'd try the cereal and probably be disgusted by it. but you know,
Mm.
But
the Star Wars era is horrible.
at the end of the day, hopefully you, ladies and gentlemen, have enjoyed our discussion on this film.
We're gonna do favorite scenes and
Oh yeah.
favorite
Yeah,
lines.
we are definitely going to do those. I just hope that the audience has enjoyed our discussion on the film. So let us go into our favorite scenes and favorite character.
And favorite
before-
line.
Sure, why not? There are definitely a lot of quotable lines in this movie.
You can say that.
Kroll, why don't you go ahead and give us our favorite character, favorite scene, favorite quote?
Lone Star. I am your father's cousin, brother's from former roommate. And that same scene where he's after he says that with the swords fight, just absolutely love that. I mean, there's a lot of mentionable scenes and lines. You know, like I'm surrounded by assholes, and you know, Spaceballs that goes to planet. You know, there's definitely some great scenes as well. But those are my favorite right there. And how about you, Dave or Tammy?
My favorite actress, I like Barf.
Arf.
I can't help it. I like
Bartholomew.
Barf. But favorite scenes, geez, that's really hard. There's so many funny ones, you know. It's
Right.
just, I don't know which one to pick, really.
I just want
I think when they're getting taking the air and everybody's going suck 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 suck, and all the stuff is coming up.
And the
thought
trees.
that was funny, and the jam, because that
Oh.
was. I remember the first time I saw that when that thing of jam hit the thing, and I just sat there and I looked at the screen for a moment, and then I started laughing because I just couldn't believe it was a jar of jam hit the
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Raspberry jam.
So
Only
for
one man in this
quotes,
universe would dare give us the raspberry.
I don't know. Like
Boom.
I always thought it was amusing when they were going up the ladder, and she's like, "Quit looking up my can."
And they make such a cute couple.
Joan Rivers was funny as Dot. I have to give her that.
Yeah, she made a good Dot.
She did.
What about you, Boris? Favorite scene, favorite character, favorite line?
Oh, favorite character maybe either Lone Star or Barf. They are both very funny, and I like them both a lot. Now, favorite scene is kind of difficult to choose as well, but one of the scenes I found really funny was actually the beginning when the princess ran away from the wedding, which at the beginning, before I knew what to expect of the movie, that part was really kind of shocking and unexpected when she just ran away and her spaceship was like a random earthly vehicle just with wings. So that was to me that was one of the funniest moments, and the Pizza the Hut scene, and there were many also I liked when they were sucking the air, and they were expecting to be sucking only the air, yet if what they sucked, if they actually got it, they would have gotten a lot of stuff and probably not as much air as they expected.
Suck.
Yeah, and the lightsaber fight was good as well, and I could probably name more. So yeah, it's difficult to choose only one.
Right. There's just so
it
many
is.
good ones, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like when they're talking about when they put the video tape in and
oh
they come
yeah.
to the moment of now. Well, this is
When now?
happening now.
Well,
Wait,
what about then? Well, that be soon.
what is then happening now?
we just missed then. When? Then
Yeah.
we almost have them. Who? He got so mixed up with the when and then that he didn't even know who they were chasing anymore.
Oh yeah,
There are
that was amazing.
there are just so many like good points to this movie. It is hard to
And
pick just one.
and the president in bed with Spaceballs bed sheet, that was good too.
We forgot about the death of Pizza the Hut too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pizza the Hut was found evidently was locked in the limo and he ate himself to death. Yes, we don't have to give him the money anymore. Keep it for ourselves.
Yeah. And my favorite line would probably be the one with the assholes.
Who put that asshole in charge? I did. He's my cousin.
I should have known I was surrounded by assholes.
What's his name? Asshole. That's his name. Asshole.
How many assholes work here? Ah!
Yeah.
Should have known I'm surrounded by assholes.
Oh yeah. It's hard for me to pick just one myself. I mean, the ludicrous speed scene I'll always remember. The fact that that he's like not hyper speed. We need to go faster. Ludicrous speed. You know.
No, not like speed. Yeah.
But if I had to choose just one, it would be that little alien popping out of the belly and going, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my sunshine. That's my favorite.
Oh no, not again.
But there are so many like little scenes. I mean, it's hard to pin down just one. I mean, when Princess Vespa becomes a badass Rambo, I mean that's
definitely a great scene.
And when Mel Brooks is mistaking the names of the Doublemint Twins, I mean, I wonder if those were in fact the actual twins from the Doublemint commercial.
Might have been.
Who knows?
Might have been. But yeah, and the ding dings, those things were cute.
Yeah.
Because they were going ding 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 ding.
Yeah, I know you got a kick out of that. He started doing it before they even did.
I was doing it before I started watching the movie.
It's hard not to like remember certain parts before you start watching the damn thing. It
Oh yeah,
really is.
like I said, the biggest part I remember is the father's brother's cousin's former roommate. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing. It just I just died laughing when I saw that. You know.
Well, yeah.
It
You'd
was
think
just-
he would say "I am your father" or some shit.
Well, they're making fun of that. You know, and it's like we're absolutely nothing. I just want to let you know.
Well, I did think he would say something other than just father, but yeah, this was more than I expected.
Well, he's like, I'm your father's brother's cousin's former roommate. So your uncle's cousin's, your second cousin's former roommate, basically. One way of saying.
So these are some quotes. These are some quotes. Try here. Stop. What the hell am I looking at? When does this happen in the movie? Now you're looking at now, sir. Everything that happens now is happening now. What happened to then? We passed then. When? Just now. We're at now. Now. Go back to then. When? Now. Now? Now. I can't. Why? We missed it. When? Just now. When will then be now? Soon. How soon?
We almost have them. Who?
Careful, you idiot. I said across her nose, not up it. Sorry, sir. I'm doing my best. Who made that man a gunner? I did, sir. He's my cousin. Who is he? He's an asshole, sir. I know that. What's his name? That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole. And his
I'm an
cousin,
asshole too.
he's an asshole too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class Philip asshole. How many assholes do we have on the ship anyway? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. Keep firing, assholes. He looks down at it. No, not again. Before you die, there is something you should know about us, Lone Star. What? I'm your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate. What's that make us? Absolutely nothing, which is what you are about to become. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? So, Princess Vespa, at last I have you in my clutches to have my way with you the way I want to. No, please leave me alone. You are mine. Not not so fast, Helmet. Lone Star. Yes, it's me. I'm here to save my girlfriend. Hi, honey. Now you are going to die. Oh. Hey,
playing with the dolls.
The same thing I'm going to you, big boy. Oh, and you too. Ow, Now, Princess Vespa, at least we're alone. Oh, I hate you. Leave me alone, yet I find you strangely attractive. Of course you do. Jewish princesses are often attracted to money and power, and I have both, and you know it. Oh, leave me alone. No, kiss me. Oh, no, yes. Ah. Oh, your helmet is so big. King Roland was the name of the king. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the stupidest combination I've ever heard in my life. That's the kind of thing an idiot would have on his luggage. How far did it get? What did he touch? Nothing happened. What the hell was that noise? That was my virgin alarm. It's programmed to go off before you do. Made land on dear me. What are these things coming out of her nose? Hey,
it's
watch
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Oh shit, there goes the planet. Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made. Spaceballs the t-shirt, Spaceballs the coloring book, Spaceballs the lunchbox, Spaceballs the breakfast cereal, Spaceballs the flamethrower. Ooh, the kids love this one. And last but not least, Spaceballs the doll. Me, the Schwartz, me with you.
Squad.
There are just so many quotes from that movie.
Yep.
Yeah, but any case, that's enough on quotes, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you enjoyed our discussion on this film. I had a blast. Hopefully, you guys did too. I had.
Absolutely.
And let us know down in the comments whether you have seen the film yourselves, and whether you guys feel the same way. I mean, this movie.
If you haven't, shame on you. Go watch it.
I don't really have any things against this movie. I enjoy it every time.
Excuse me.
But everyone say good night.
Good night.
May the Schwartz be with you. Ooh.
May the Schwartz be with you.